Hey everybody, so this is my new project. It's this piece of junk. Well, I say piece of junk. It actually runs. This is an old F1 265E Fire. Bought it for $100 from a friend of mine. It's in decent shape. The tires are a little rotted. They're not too bad. They hold air if you air them up, but not for very long. Made by Bristers. So I looked these up, and you can get them in good shape online for a couple $100. Like I say, I paid $100 for this one. It runs, but it needs some work. The front suspension is rigid. It obviously needs a seat. I have already replaced the throttle and brake cables because they were very frayed and very bad condition. Probably need to replace that chain. I am going to replace the clutch. Eventually, actually, I'm going to replace this entire motor. This is an old Tecumseh. Move the high-speed duct tape out of the way. A Tecumseh Power Sport. This is the 6.5, the OOH65, 6.5 horsepower Tecumseh. It runs okay. It's seen better days. It's seen some abuse. When I got this go-kart, when it was dropped off to me, the governor was already disconnected. So I know that this go-kart has seen some abuse, and the motor shows it. It would run when I first got it, but it wouldn't go anywhere. So that turned out to be a carburetor, which I have since replaced and put the new throttle cable on there. This is the old carburetor that came off of it. It's not really in the greatest condition. Like I say, it idled with this carburetor, and this one had a live choke on it, and it would idle with this carburetor, but it wouldn't go any further than that. You can see that gas inlet is just in terrible shape. The inside of the bowl is very varnished, and the jets were really bad, so it does run really well. It's got plenty of fuel in it. Gonna give it a little prime just to get the oil moving a little bit. You can see the cam's messed up on it because it's not engaging the easy pull start, the little switch on the cam that releases the compression release. So it's kind of hard to start. Sometimes it'll kick back. It's kicked back on me a couple of times. We'll prime it up a good bit. Yeah, I know I'm running this thing with no air filter, but this motor is old. It's not really going to matter if I put a filter on it now. See? Kickback. See, it pretty well fires right off. Runs really good when you first start it. So I'm not sure what the heck that noise was just now, but something just went chunk and it shut down. So I think that this old motor is finally giving out. That might have been its last run. But that's okay. I'm gonna push it back home and start taking it apart and see what went wrong. I never said this go-kart was mechanically sound. I just said it was a go-kart.